Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends. Welcome to this brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are valid. Thumbs up for that. Yay! It is indeed a brand new day. I started off when it was threatening to rain. It was misty through most of it, and then the last third, it was actual rain. So it's been all wet and squishy outside. But I went out for walkies, a very, very good thing. Hopefully your day has been good, no matter what day it is that you are watching this. That would definitely be a thumbs up. I don't have big subjects to talk about, but one thing I want to talk about is something that I mentioned on my community tab. I have suffered from anorexia in the past. Anorexia is not something that is just for teen girls. That is what culture has said, but it's not true. Anorexia can affect anybody. And I have suffered from it, and it's not good. A couple of years back, well, like 9 by this time, I lost half my body mass, half my weight. I gained weight after the death of my wife, but I was already heavy during the life of my wife because I didn't do exercise. I sat in a chair so I could watch her and make sure she was going to be okay. I, after she died, ballooned up to 325 pounds. And then I got really sick. And I still don't know what it was or what happened. But I could not eat. I threw up everything. It was even hard to drink water because I would throw that up. And it wasn't a, oh, I need to go puke. It's a, can I eat something? Eat it, and then up it would come. I went from 325 to 160 in 2 months. That is exceptionally unhealthy. Don't ever have that happen. But yeah, so I was down to 160. Now, if you look at the United States Insurance Company charts, they will say that someone at 5'10" should be about 155 pounds. I look like I have come out of a starvation camp at 160. I still look thin and gaunt at 170. It's only when I get up to around 180 that things start looking like I'm healthy. So getting too thin is not good. But it took, oh boy, a long time until probably the year 2020 or 2021, like a good 6 or some odd years, that I kept that weight off, largely by being anorexic, where I had to force myself to eat. I just would go days at times until I finally kicked that off. Now, I had normal eating habits for years, but about 2020, I think, for some odd reason, it was getting close to my birthday, and I suddenly thought, just because I don't know anybody that would buy me a birthday cake doesn't mean I can't have birthday cake for my birthday. And I bought a round, 1-layer cake. They're about this big around, covered in whatever, and then it's cake. And I ate one of those. 4 years later, I am still having issues trying to kick junk like that. Now, I've done pretty good. In fact, because I'm suffering from anorexia again, I don't eat, and in fact I've stopped eating baked products for some time. I don't eat cake stuff anymore. And I don't like eating sugar, but occasionally I've been eating candy. But now, I haven't been doing either, and I've been struggling to, well, this morning it felt like there was a knife in my stomach because it hurt, because I hadn't eaten. And I had to talk myself into having breakfast. It was a struggle to get myself to finally do it. I was ready to just go another full day, just take my meds and nothing else. And of course, the joyous part is because I've been walking for so far and so long, 10 years now, just going out for daily walkies several times a day in most cases, my body has adjusted to the activity. I am not burning any more calories than I would be if I was sitting in this chair. So it all comes down to what I eat. But even now, I tend not to eat much. It is a struggle to actually eat. I've lost 10 pounds. If I eat any more than, like, say, a can of chili and a can of pinto beans, about 500-600 calories, I'm going to maintain my weight, even going out and exercising. And if I eat more than that, I'm going to gain weight. So I really have to not eat to lose weight. I have already eaten breakfast, chili with beans. I'm going to maybe eat something sometime this evening, but if I do, I am going to maintain the weight that I'm at today instead of losing. Life is life. Hey, when your body adjusts to stuff, your body adjusts to stuff. So, struggling with anorexia, wanting to lose weight, and irate because I'm not, except I slowly am, which is good. Especially since, as you get older, you lose height. Now, I don't exactly believe them when they say that I'm 5'9", because when I had my height checked, my boots are, well, they're tall, and so I don't know what they were checking. It was just a really quick thing. I've been 5'10" and a half. Have I lost 1.5 inches this far? Maybe. I'd have to take off my shoes and, do more than just a quick boop, okay, that's your height, with a stick off the back. No, you need to get yourself straight and then have them adjusted. Not just slouch there not knowing that they're going to check your height, and then bump, it hits the top of your head and they go, okay, that's your height. Yeah. So that's the way that is. Thumbs up for that. And now, though, looking over to the side, because I've forgotten the other thing that I wanted to talk about, I wanted to mention I mentioned how I'd picked up this movie before, and I still have not watched it, except for maybe up to the menu screen. I plan on watching it. ADHD keeps me from doing so. It's hard to watch a 10-minute video. It's hard. So going through and trying to watch something that's 90 minutes, that's tough. I also had gotten before, and you can tell that these are really cheap. Now, I got this one for nostalgia purposes, but holy smokes, you don't even have... This is not made out of anything at all, and worse than that, look how much they cut out of it to save. Which that actually is. I'm going to jump off and talk about that now. If you want to buy a cassette player, and I admit buying tapes, it's hard, and you've got to have old stuff, so you got to be basically an old person or an audiophile. There's one company that makes the inside units for any tape player in the world, and it is made from the cheapest materials they could find. It's a one-size-fits-all blank. It is a piece of garbage. Any tape player you get in the modern day will sound horrible compared to what it used to sound like. It used to sound good on tape, and if you play that tape that sounds awful on a current tape player on an older tape player, you'll be amazed at the audio quality and how good it sounds. So something that's modern isn't as good as it used to be, which seems to be most stuff. Problem is, of course, economics. Now, I am not an economist, and even economists aren't really good at economists, because a lot of times they've taken just, orangutans or chimps and had them pick and choose trends and stuff and been just as accurate, or not more so, than trained economists. But try to remember now, it used to be when they were making products, they wanted to get you to buy the product through innovation. Now, admit it, it's always been, how can we make this cheap? That's why computers like the Commodore 64, when they first made it, and the first IBM PCs that they made, there was, well, if we did just a little bit more, it would be really good. But it's cheaper if we really hobble it and make it so it barely does anything. There's always been that. But they have tried to make things better to entice people to buy them. And that time is over. Now they make money by making things cheaper, taking features out, and making subscriptions. And that's sad. I mean, there's, of course, with my ADHD, I cannot remember any of the things that I had in my head to talk about. But, like in the case of this, it's like, are they going to give you good features? Are they going to try and sell this in a way to entice you? No, they're just going to make it out of the cheapest way possible and make it cheaper and cheaper. They're not making money by selling you something you want. They're making money by making things cheaper. If you go back to your DVD cases, if you have physical media, try that with any of the ones that you first got. You can't. They're solid. But now you can. So much of our stuff is like that. And that's wonderful, isn't it? Look at and it's not even just physical stuff. Look at Windows. Windows 11. Windows 7, and then Windows 8. When they got to Windows 8 and had the huge, massive public backlash, Microsoft realized they'd made a mistake and they came out with Windows 10. Windows 11 is not as good as Windows 10 for a user experience. You have to fight and struggle with it. You are not the consumer of the product anymore, so they're not making it for you. So isn't that good? It's for the advertising. It's for all this other stuff. They're not making things good so that you'll buy them. But such is life. I mean, that's the way of the world. It's just so much worse right now. And then, of course, if you happen to live in the United States, like I and many people, if you're like most of my viewers, I'm sorry. I mean, if you've taken a look at history and the way the world is the current state of the United States does not like its citizens. The government, laws, agencies, I'm not even talking about the attitudes of the citizens, which is at an all-time low right now. I'm talking about how there are students that are protesting genocide. And the universities, to get rid of that, invested a whole lot of money in warfare quality weaponry. So that when the students get up there and start causing problems, they can make sure that they're not anymore. And then, of course, if you take a look at, there's the one of the vice presidents that's running, not vice president, running for vice president, who has constituents in Ohio that is currently ramping up hatred toward some of those constituents, just so that the other constituents will vote for them. So if you don't even, you can just be a constituent, and it doesn't matter. They're just gonna make your life hell. So, I'm just ranting now, though, because it's old man yells at cloud day. On the other hand, I have been trying to keep myself entertained, watching videos, playing games as best I can. I'm having a lot of problem here with time blindness today, which is intermittent. I'll have time blindness and then be just time passes at 1 second per second. Yesterday was really big on that. Full. I mean, I was exhausted and ready to go to bed. And when I checked the time yesterday, it wasn't even noon. But I was so normal temperature, normal time that everybody else feels. I'm used to blink, blink, blink. Oh, it's dark. It must be getting time for bed. Blink, blink. Oh, it's midnight. So when normal time passes, that's really weird. I don't know how to handle it. So I am still working on projects. I've got my solo RPG stuff. I've still got all my cosmic horror stuff, because I've been thinking a lot about that sort of thing. A very good stuff. A very good stuff. A very good thing to do as well. So definitely a good thing. I'm not blank. One of the reasons I like to go out walking is that's when I can think. So I'm thinking on various subjects, especially my fiction stuff, the solo RPG setting, all the other things, because the solo RPG setting is still within the confines of the cosmic horror multiverse setting. It's just another layer on the razor's edge, so it's within the whole setting that I have before. So thumbs up on that. And of course, if you are a patron, thumbs up and thank you. You are beautiful and awesome people. Definitely 100% for real, on God. So thank you for everything that you do to help me out. You take me from here to here. And let me, oh God, I was going to say no cap. I could feel it coming up. And it was like, no. I like some slang. And some of the slang that's being, you called up and used as new is stuff that ain't new at all. Like to use, to say I got a dip to get out. That's been since forever. I think people that I know have been saying that ever since I was like born. So I like some of the what's current slang, and some of it I say just to occasionally be try and make people groan because there's a boomer using this stuff. But hey. And if you've left me a comment, thumbs up and thank you. It is appreciated. I read absolutely every single comment. I'm just salivated out today. I read absolutely every single comment that YouTube shows me, and I answer as many as I can, which is not as many as I would like with my nerve compression issues. But thumbs up, thank you. It is appreciated. You are beautiful and awesome people. And of course, there's another thing, which is I am still, and I'm hopefully going to write this up in a community post here soon, I still do have my GoFundMe open to try and get donations so I can buy a computer that will play games and edit and record video. Because right now the laptop I have goes online, plays videos. Not so good on everything else. Videos, it just will not edit video. It just crashes out the video editors. And for the gaming stuff, anything past 2015 is really iffy. Although some things will play. I do play like Grocery Store Simulator, but that's just barely playable as a slideshow. Wobble Dogs. It's a little rough, but I love Wobble Dogs. But anything else is, no, I gotta go back to 2015. And even between 2015 and 2000, things are choppy and shaky. So if you could see it within your heart to check that out, that'd be awesome. Do not, if you do not wish to. Do not, if you cannot help. Do not, if helping would hurt you. I'm not trying to grift. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. But if you could check that out, that'd be awesome. So I am going to edit, render, upload. I am going to continue trying to go out for more walkies today, even in the rain. I am going to play computer games. I am still trying constantly to play my other games. I've got my 4 characters for 4 Against Darkness all made up and ready to go. I have my 2 dungeon cards, which since they're all 6 rooms, doesn't really matter. I just need 2 of them. Yay. So I've got the characters, I got the dungeon. I just need to push through the executive function / dysfunction issues and get the recording thing out here so I can record it somehow. Yay. So thumbs up on that. Well, I'm at 20 minutes here, so I'm going to kind of wrap this one up. Hopefully you can do what you would like to do today, except if you cannot, please do not beat yourself up. It just does not help. It only hurts you, and that doesn't help. So, until we meet again, well, it might as well, if you could write the words, is Beetle in the comments to show me that you've watched this far and to engage with the whole YouTube algorithm, that would be very cool. Thank you. But until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that is indeed a very, very good thing. Ugh. You know, life is okay. I mean, I enjoy metabolizing. I am really not looking forward to the day when I stop. Good thing about that is, once you stop metabolizing, you don't worry about it anymore. All that is gone. You take care.